We're live. It's David with the Plant Bar. I'm just going to get set up. We'll wait for some people to start logging on before we get started, and I'll introduce our topic in just a few minutes, maybe a minute or so. Let me just get this stuff organized and cleaned up out here. Thanks for hopping on and joining me. All right. We are just getting back into the swing of things over here. We had an epic journey to Alaska on a cruise with some really good friends, and we stayed up way too much, laughed way too much. I don't know if that's even a thing, but it was a really good time. So we're getting back into it. We working? Can everybody hear me? Crystal will be moderating, I guess, on her phone, not her computer.
Oh, I might need my computer on my phone instead.
So, like I said, we're just getting back into it, kind of getting into the swing of things here. We got back Sunday night, and I had to get back to work, so we got back in after we ate and all that. I think we got into bed at like 11 or so here.
Says hi.
Hello, Renee. Yeah, 11 or so, and then I had to be up for work the next day, 6 o'clock. So been running since then, but I'll be all right. Let's see. All right, let me clean this up here. We did an Alaskan cruise. We did go live there, but it was kind of difficult. There were some live plants on the ship, so I got a little bit of footage. We're going to do a couple small reels, stories, quick videos from what was there. But the signal wasn't great, so it was hard to actually do a live show. We had a couple ideas, but just didn't pan out. So yeah, so we're back. We went to Sitka, Juneau. I always say that wrong. Ketchikan, and Prince Rupert. We did some cool stuff. We did some couples therapy on a kayak, me and Crystal together, working on communication skills. I guess I was working on communication skills. And the other part of it is, you know, the plants everywhere were left to try to take care of themselves. I had some good help. They did pretty good.
I just realized that the thumbnail says my.
Well, my.
Letting track control my Terrarium.
That's what happens when you're in a hurry. We were like trying to get this together and didn't have a lot of time to prepare. So for today, we are going to be building a sand terrarium, but the way we want to do it is we're going to let the chant. Hey, I just getting off of this vacation. It was 9 days.
We're still on the boat. What are you
So
talking about?
still swaying around. We're just waiting for the next meal, trying to have somebody else make our bed and clean up, you know, our dinner after us. But it doesn't work that way over here. So we're going to live show today. We're letting the chat dictate what we choose to build a sand art terrarium. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So let me see here. Yeah, so for today, you guys are all going to be in full control. But there is one other part of that. We're going to need to trust all of you guys, complete strangers, to make decisions. But you guys got to be unison because we can't put everything. So we're going to be going through the different elements on how to build the sand art terrarium that we're going to be using succulents on. But as we show these things, just know we're going to be using the chat to dictate what plants we use, what colored sand, how we do it. But we will need some sort of consensus. Tell me how you want to do it. Are we doing like we're going to do the vote thing and II for this plant or whatever, because this is going to be the vessel. We're going to be using this jar, and can't have 10 plants planted in here. It's only going to be able to have a few. So that's what we're doing today. And so let me get everything out so you guys, as you're watching, can kind of see what we're doing. Let me move things around here. We do not have any other vessel, no other terrarium to choose from this one. So we're making that easy on everybody.
There's lots of comments here.
That's what we're using.
Renee says hi.
Hi, Renee.
Ken says, Chance, better get the keyboard ready. Start with some sand.
Yep.
Oh, Mrs. Woodford is stretching the fingers now. Strangers in the night, says Ken. Mrs. Woodford says, I want it all. Jen says hi. David Painter, hi. Hey.
David, Jen. Okay, everybody's gonna have to get along here.
Ken says, I don't think the banana plant would fit in that vessel.
I don't think so either.
Mrs. Woodford, can we put a lizard or a tarantula in it too? Like a fried fish bowl. Fried fish bowl. Fried fish bowl. You know, we had a fish bowl terrarium.
Yeah, we did. We made those a while ago.
Where they're at. I don't know where it went.
No. Those ones went to a wedding.
We have one right there.
Oh yeah, yeah. Those, oh no, we had those others, those bigger ones. Those went to a wedding. This is one we're using. Tarantulas and geckos. Well, we'll definitely have some geckos in this one if we leave it outside, because there's plenty of those around here. Yeah, I'm gonna leave the top open. I think so. Yeah, gonna have to. So, vessel. Here's plants. Oh wait, where'd it go? Oh, right here. So we are going to split these up. So I want to do that anyways. Quick tip for anybody looking for succulents. If you're going to a store to buy them, the cheapest way to get them is to find older arrangements that they already made for some event, whatever, Mother's Day, what are the other ones? Valentine's Day, all these other things. They'll have a whole bunch in there, and the price is reduced. It's a lot cheaper than buying like one succulent at a time. So little quick tip. So we're going to separate these out. If we choose to use any of these, there's some good colors and mixes. Okay, sand choices for today. So we don't. Father's Day, yeah, we can do that. I mean, that would work for me. So we've got purple, we've got black. So these are the things that you have to pick from. So just keep track of it.
Renee's decision making isn't on my agenda tonight.
Pink and yellow.
We have to deal with the audience demands.
Well, they have to all get along though. Like they have to decide together. Got to decide together. So whatever you guys want. And we do have natural sand too. Like brown sand. Soul?
I like my soul. Jen votes purple.
Okay. So we'll start.
Mrs. Woodford says, what are the plants? Renee also votes purple.
Well, right now we got to get the sand part down. So we got purple. There's a yellow, a black. We only have a loop.
Full visuals to know what sand is in here. So show some of the plants. I guess are right there, yeah. Well, you can't really see them.
Okay, hang on. Okay, the plants that we have to choose from today, and we're only going to be able to use 3, 4. Well, no, can't do 4. 3 or 5, or it could be one big one, but it would look better with an assortment. So this is the size that we have. So let's start off with 3. And the other thing, if you haven't seen us do arrangements, so anything that's trailing, we're not using this whole thing. So if we choose to use some of this, it's going to be a cutting of it. String of pearls too, same thing. Or the baby's tears. These ones, the hanging stuff, we're going to take a piece of it, just a piece of it. So that's what we got. We're using this, and let's see. Let me make sure. Different sands laying. Okay. So plants. We got a panda plant. These are what you got to choose from. So Kalanchoe, panda plant. It's fuzzy. It's got these brown little tips. It's more white, so it can make other colors pop. Okay, panda plant. We got green Echeveria or Graptoveria, one of the two, but a rosette, green rosette. We've got purple rosette. So if you chose purple, then maybe, I don't know if we want to do a mono, what do you call that? Mono, you know, all the same thing. Yeah, that one, monochromatic. Purple Echeveria. This one's pretty cool. It's flowering. It's like more of a darker color. Orange flowers. Okay, we got some aloe if we wanted to do that. Keep it simple. And then we also have, oh, we have this starfish Sansevieria. This one's pretty cool. So in the center, it could be, you know, this taller one, I guess, depending on how we arrange it, could be the panda, could be the aloe. We're going to do some height in the middle though. The other option is any of these plants. So we've got some sedum. There's two of them. Orange sedum, Echeveria, different one here, and then ogre ears here. So those are the plants we have to choose from. Oh, let me try to depot this. And we'll just need, so there's a hole in the bottom of this. I'm going to push into it. We'll need to figure out the sand first, but these are the plant choices. So now maybe you can figure out what sand you want to use. We do need, let's see. So like I said, three or five plants that we need to choose from. Do we need to see them again, or can we pick sands? Crystal was supposed to grab her computer, but she's got the
panda ones. Layer the sand.
Well, duh.
Duh.
What colors though? Colors we using?
Purple or lavender? One color. Guys, we need another color. You can't just have one color.
So a lighter color will make the darker colors pop, and we only have this much purple. It's about a pound.
And it's hard to come by.
Well,
purple and yellow.
It's not. We didn't. You know, we didn't plan this out like months in advance. This is like, hey, let's do this today. We do have the natural sand too. You know, like a tan color. That'll make any of the colors pop. Well, black. If we use black, then they're gonna tell me what to do with it. All right. So far we got. Yeah, we're doing sand art. Right now I'm trying to get these plants out of here. What? I am depotting these things out of this. Yeah, it's cheaper. That was the tip. Quick.
Black, then yellow, then blue, then purple.
Quick tip.
We have blue?
Where'd we see blue?
Oh, no.
People just making things up.
Jen said black, then yellow, then blue.
Okay, we do have, well, we used to have blue. Not an option, Ken. We got this one.
That's like multicolored.
Yep, it's all of them put together.
I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
That's an option too.
That came from the original plant box.
Oh yeah?
You said you used to have it.
I must have used it. Okay, so I split these up real quick. So we've got free ogre ears. Put that over there. Okay, so we're getting down to, okay, let's use these colors. So let me clean this up real quick. The kids?
Kids.
Which kids? Oh, all of the kids. They like a crazy mixture. Okay, here's the ogre ears. Let me clean this up so I can put the terrarium back here. We'll get started with whatever you guys choose. Okay, so all mixed up. Don't know what to do.
How's the rest of that song go?
Couldn't tell you.
Guess what? Guess who can?
You can. Crystal won on the boat. She won the on our trip. She won the Finish That Song contest. She won the trophy.
That's right.
That is not my. She's really good at it. So how does that song go?
Sing the cleanup song. You know that song.
I know that song. Clean up, everybody, everywhere. Clean up, everybody do their share.
Oh my gosh, you don't even know the cleanup song?
I did. It.
He doesn't know. Thank you, Mrs. Woodford.
That's why when I do karaoke, I need to have the words. Oh shoot, did I? Oh, it's right here. Okay, here's what we're going to do, because there's a lot of area here for the sand, so we are going to cheat and not use that one. Where's the other one? Did I put the plants in it? I probably did. I thought that's what this one was.
I got you, boo.
Ooh, maybe that tall one will work better.
That's too big. Yes, that's way too big.
So, secret tip is to use.
That one will work. Is there 2 pots in there?
There's 2 pots.
Oh, wait, that one's too big. So, I put a pot in there. It was perfect. What happened? Okay, that'll work.
So we're going to use this in the middle.
There's a bug in there.
To try to cover up. I think I'm going to use the taller one.
Do you need a funnel?
I'm going to show them how to use whatever we have laying around.
Straw.
I'm going to use a straw, piece of paper.
Paper's not great.
So I'm not going to use any of the special tools to do this. Shoot. Paper's okay. There's plenty of space in the top for this to not be too bad. I'm going to try to get all the dirt out of this though. Okay, so that in the middle. I'm going to try to use this one because it's taller, so it'll allow us to use less. Ooh, that might be too tall though. No, we're going to use that. Okay. So using a pot on the inside to cover it up. So we wanted to do the mixed stuff first. Is that what we're doing? I can't see, and I lost my moderator. What are we using first?
Black, then yellow, then blue, then purple. So black, then yellow, then mix.
Okay. Black on the bottom.
Do you want this?
Yeah, whatever we have. Okay, so I've got a Cane's cup. We're going to use that. Thank you, Cane's, for your sponsor here.
Pink and orange.
We're doing.
And we don't have that.
We're doing black on the bottom.
That's being funny.
We only have yellow, black, purple, pink, mixed, and regular sand.
Did you say green? We got a razor on our hands there.
Yeah, this one's green right here. This one's green for everybody watching along.
It's green.
Okay, we're doing black on the bottom.
Maybe Ken's colorblind.
Is that what we're doing?
Black on the bottom, sure. That's
okay.
What it was initially said.
Yes? Everybody else besides Ken? We got other votes?
Nope.
All right.
I mean, you want me to vote? I would have went.
Are you?
Natural.
No, but it's in the chat.
I know.
Whatever the chat says.
So I need to jump on the chat then? Is that what you're saying?
Okay, black on the bottom. So what we're gonna do is we've got this center pot that's going to help. That's going to help so we don't have to use so much sand or soil. And then I'm gonna fill it up maybe like 2.
I'm a little bit worried about the way you're doing this plants that come off the top?
Yeah, they're all going to be on the top.
How much of that is going to be sand?
Just the outer layer.
The whole thing?
No, there's going to be sand on the outer, and then there's going to be soil on the top and in the middle, but you won't be able to see it because we're going to hide it with the sand. Yeah.
Different than what I would have done.
How would you do it?
I would have planted it.
They're going to be right here.
I don't know.
You want a shorter one?
I think you should go shorter.
Okay.
You let the trap go.
What do you guys want?
You guys think you should have a shorter pot or a taller pot? Because that's where the plants are going to sit. I think it's too tall. If anybody agrees.
Oh.
I'm so nervous that the sand is going to be. No.
I've done this a few times.
I thought it was like a terrarium. Okay, I'm being thanked now. I think that, wait, is the sand going to go through the holes? That's what everybody's stressing out about. That holes on the top.
That's where the dirt goes.
That looks better. I think that's better.
Want to go that way?
Yep. Yes.
Black on the bottom.
This is a new concept. Okay, yes. We're teaching people new things.
Yeah, there's a video we did. I did one, but it was years ago.
So wait, what are you going to do to prevent the dirt from going into those holes?
I'm not. It's just going to be there. A little bit will go down there. No, be all right.
There's a lizard.
So what we could do is we could do a little mesh on the top if you guys are really worried about it. All right, so I'm gonna sprinkle. But by doing this, this is. We got black on the bottom. It'll get there. Oop. Well, but you're not doing it. Thanks for following along with us bickering. This is a really tall terrarium, so we need to have some mass here. But you're not doing it.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
We'll have a competition next live show.
Oh, now you want to compete again. Okay, so the other thing we can do, we can.
More black.
Then this?
Yeah, more.
All right.
Level it. No leveling, guys.
I'll do whatever they want, but I would say as the the one doing this, we're going to want to have the sand have some curves in it. So when we layer all the sand, there's another thing we can do where we press the sand down and it'll make it. That's what sand art is. Or we can make it level and it's just going to be like little lines.
Some people like lines. Some people need straight lines. I'm going to guess that Ken likes straight lines.
Ken's
He said wiggly sand. Good idea.
Oh, okay.
He likes wiggly sand.
Good idea, Ken. But we're doing more, so there's going to be larger blocks. You can see how that definitely saves us a lot of sand. All right, let me get a little more. And then I'll go, what's the next color?
Yellow.
Ooh, black and yellow. All right, yeah, that'll look cool.
There is other ways to build this without using paint. We've done one way.
You can use, there's cardboard, like you can use toilet paper rolls. Let's see over here.
You can also like take a piece of paper.
Yeah, but the thing with that stuff is when it gets wet, it's going to fold up and then it won't last forever. This is forever.
There's a song about black and yellow and yellow. They call me yellow, yellow.
Okay, we good with that?
Oh wait. Then pick purple next. Do they want purple or yellow? Gold plate. Oh, yes, gold plate.
A lot of black here.
Black and yellow.
So what I'm going to do is just pack this
The
down.
color's gonna really pop on the
Okay.
video.
We're going.
Okay, guys, you gotta vote. Purple or yellow next.
Type in what you want next. Yellow or purple. We'll take the. While you guys are voting, let's see more about the cruise. Other funny moments. What's another one?
David was in a sexy man competition.
I did enter, but I got beat.
Purple.
There's a good story behind that.
Purple.
The voting was a little skewed based on what you were allowing the judges to do, and I wasn't willing. No. Okay, so we're doing purple. That's the vote. All right. So, and we're all agreeing. We're gonna swirl it. So we're gonna do this up and down.
Yep.
That's what we're doing. Okay.
So they want to hear more about this.
I'm sure they do. So I had a plan put together because basically what we had to do is we had to go in. Let me use the cup. So you had so there's 3 judges. You had like this entrance song that you had to do. What did I do with the Cane's cup? Oh, here it is. So you had an entrance song that you would come into and do some sort of dance. And then there was 3 judges in seats, and one of the rules for them was you can't touch them, but they can touch you.
No, for you. That was the rules
for me. So when I saw that, there was an instant glare over to Crystal's side of things, who volunteered and was like, "You got to go." And so at that point, I gave her the glare, like, "What did you just sign me up for?"
Black and Black, great entry song.
And
What was the entry song?
it was "Hey Daddy." No,
What was it?
it was a good song. I had a really good song. The thing was, I already had this plan, like, okay, I'm not twerking or like doing any of that stuff. So I was trying to keep who I am, because that's just not, that's not going to be me. I'm not doing like stripper dance stuff. And so I came in and I did a couple moves, and then I started doing push-ups. And I did some jumping push-ups. I was doing some cool stuff. I don't know how many I did. Maybe I did a lot. And then I tried a one-handed push-up, but that didn't work out so good after the jumping push-ups. And I went down to the floor, but I pretended like I got up, like I was doing that on purpose.
There's wanting some clarification. The judges could touch you or randos?
It was,
The judges
they were randos and they were judges.
They were old ladies.
So they had one judge who was in their 20s or 30s, one judge middle age, 40s, 50s, and then one judge who was older. And that's the one that they didn't have to coerce into going up. She jumped up. Me. And
She's also the same one that was very mad at us.
She thought we were cheating at another game. So we so the next part was, oh shoot. Okay, when you're doing this, make sure that try to get only one color at a time. I covered it up. So everything that touches the glass will show through. So make sure that you're paying attention to that. Okay, so I'm changing the subject. You like that? All right. So with that, the next part of it was that you would then go dance for each judge. So you'd go over near the judge that's sitting in a chair. Total not great situation for me. And you would do your little dance for each one, remembering that each one can touch you. So I kept my distance and I made sure I was trying to do the thing, because I kind of wanted to win, but then I didn't realize till it was
think we're good.
Okay, we're back.
Okay, I'm gonna try and make sure that doesn't happen again. It's on do not disturb.
Yep, it is. I don't know how that happened.
Well, that's annoying, friends.
Okay, so this is the amount of purple that we have.
Is the audio back on? Hold on. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So tell everybody we had the phone on do not disturb and it still went through.
So we're filming with the phone for the lives. Had it on do not disturb, and I don't know what I'm doing. It still went through. I apologize. So
This is Woodford said your song should be Can't Touch This.
it really should have been. And so I got the first two were cool and just like whatever, and then there was the last one, and she was like chasing after me, trying to grab onto pieces that I didn't want her to grab onto. And so she was like, "Where are you going?" Like running
ever.
from her.
So funny.
And then there was the last thing, and I think you had to do like
Stranger danger. Yes.
it was 100% stranger danger. The last thing was you struck a pose, and I don't do that kind of stuff. So I think my pose was like peace, and they were like, "Okay." But the person on the mic. So, anyways, we get done with all that, and then the judges talk amongst each other and decide who they split. There were 6, and they wanted to cut it down to 3, and I didn't make the cut, but I'm pretty sure it was all depended on like who got touched.
Well, no,
and who did it.
The goal was to get the old man to win.
Yeah, and I wanted him to win, but I didn't make the cut. Sorry to disappoint everybody. It was awful. I walked back to Crystal and said, the first thing I said was, "I'm never doing that again."
And guess what? Basically did it again.
No, that was different. That was just fine.
Walk of shame, sad face, yeah, a little bit.
Oh yeah, I don't like losing. First of all.
No, he was mad about losing, not about the walk of shame.
But I also just have a couple things that I'm going to hold myself to, and I'm not going to let that kind of stuff happen. All right. So I got a top 6 and the sexiest man alive on this boat of, I don't know, 2,200 people.
Well, the next group of guys all ripped their shirts off.
Yeah, and I wasn't about to try to be some stripper. Personally. Yeah, because that was well, I wouldn't have done it anyway. So that was a fun moment. Not really.
6 of 6.
Yeah, top 6. Did great. Okay, on this terrarium, how do you want to do more purple?
No.
We good with that?
Wait, myself, Bjorn said she took her shirt off, but maybe that was for
that was not the sexiest man thing.
Different competition.
We keeping it here, or are we adding more?
What do you guys want? Want another color? Yellow.
Well, I'm just saying, do we want more purple?
Want more purple or yellow next?
This is where we're at right now.
Myself, Bjorn says top 4.
4 through 6, one of those.
Okay, brown with yellow lightning bolts. See that, babe? Okay, no, they said that's enough purple.
Okay, so here's something that we can do. So one of the sand art things.
You can't use that fat stick. You gotta use like a chopstick. Are you trying to make a line?
I was gonna.
Yeah, you gotta use a chopstick.
What?
Yeah.
Where's my stuff?
I can make you a chopstick.
I have one of these.
That's stupid.
Okay, I have a bamboo stick somewhere.
You need to do the yellow first, unless you're only gonna do purple black.
Okay. Apparently, I gotta listen to the boss. I am not a sand art expert necessarily.
And I will do it next live. I will make you lightning bolts.
I'll try, but that's not going to be an easy feat. All right, so we're doing yellow. Yellow next. Okay.
I think so. You guys want yellow?
Okay, yellow next.
Yeah, and the other TV is loud.
Well, the thing's open over there. Oh, wait. So I'll put the yellow next. And I'm going to try to get it.
That was cool. Very nice.
Yeah, that's my style.
Guess we're gonna have to stop story time.
Yep. So I'm going to get the, for speed's sake, I'm just going to,
Ben really wants lighting.
I'll do my best here. Oh. All right, what do I got here?
You can at least use the cool stripe lines down.
Get more yellow here. So I'm trying to make the colors even. Oh, I know what I need to do.
I would do.
Are you in the chat?
Yeah, I'm waiting for answers. I would do natural on the top.
So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to get the sand only out here because we're getting up towards the top of this. And what that means is that we're going to start introducing some soil into this in the middle.
Don't mix it.
Oh,
Not want you to. So when you say don't mix it, do you mean that you could draw these cool lines down the side?
Yeah, it won't mix it. It just makes one color go into the other.
Yeah, it's almost like an ombre thing. It'll look very like.
Shoot.
If he does it right.
Are you saying that? Are you serious right now?
Well, I've never seen you do the stripy strip. You were about to do it with a big fat strip.
One of the best things about having a wife is knowing where to park. I don't know what I would do. And now it's how to do a terrarium.
You can't live without me.
I can't. Definitely can't. Okay, we're gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna move this sand outward. Okay, so what's the next color?
What you guys want? You guys want to see if there's natural soil on the top with rocks?
Because we got a little bit here, but what I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna start putting the soil in the middle, and we're gonna cover it all up so that you won't ever see it, but there's going to be dirt in the middle of this. I would say I don't want to see the soil. Shoot. What choices?
I don't have one today, guys. Sorry.
I'm not sure I follow the plants or the soil. The soil is the soil.
I guess they want to hear me or not hear me.
Cool. Okay. Ooh, whoa. Okay, I'm getting soil. Huh.
What colors are that?
Oh, sand colors. We've got the mixed color. We've got this little bit of pink, and then we have natural sand, which is going to be brown. But right now, I'm going to get my let me grab, I'm just grabbing soil over here. Let me just get some on a tray and I'll bring it over there. This part is where it gets, we don't have that dark brown. We're limited on our choices here. Okay, so I'm going to use a smaller cup than this. So this part here, this is where it gets a little more difficult. What? No. I'm just getting a smaller thing to get the soil, and then deciding if I'm going to put something here or not. I think I'm just going to put a piece of paper over these holes. Nope. Going to roll with some paper. This is my what do you call it? This is from the last live. Gonna reuse this. What do you call that? Just for now, it'll hold the stuff in there. I'm not worried about the soil necessarily getting into the bottom of that pot. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Okay, so got the soil. It's gonna go in the center. The next part is going to be we do need to get the plants that we're going to put in here. So we need to pick at least 3. 1, 2, 3. So ogre ears, the choice. I know that before there were some votes for the panda plant. So we got a panda plant. We do have a starfish sansevieria. We've got this one. This one, but if we use this one, it's going to be fairly large. That's really, oh, and we have these little ones too. So there's, well, I'm putting them all right here. Okay. Boop. Okay, let's pick the plants so we know how much soil we need to put in there first. Okay, panda, we got ogre ears. Starfish, we got this orange sedum. This one's more of a burgundy sedum plant. This big echeveria. And then we do have this. Just going to put these on top of these here. So we can just number them. I don't know, we need 3. Or if you want to just type in what they are. Pick 3. Everybody pick 3. And then we'll pick the ones that get picked the top. So we've got panda, ogre ears, starfish, echeveria, orange, burgundy, and green. We'll leave it at that. Whoa. Leave it at that, and then we'll tally up what everybody. We're gonna tally up what everybody picks, and then we'll go with those 3, whatever the top 3 ones are that people pick. All right. So let's see here. So we can do whatever you guys want. We can do one big statement one, or we can do a bunch of little ones. So tell us what you want. Chat will control what I do. And while we're doing that, I'm going to put a little bit of soil here. What was the next color? Was that a debate too? We're doing pink. All right, I'm just going to use this paper here. As you can see, it'll should work. All right, well, we can do 5, 3, 1. We'll see what the picks are and then go from there, I guess. Well, how many votes for this, like the same type of plant?
2 for echeveria, 2 for ogre ear, 2 for panda.
Okay.
And then honorable mentions, burgundy and orange peppermint.
So 2 burgundies, 2 pandas.
No. 2 echeveria.
Oh, this one.
2 ogre ears. Pandas. Those are all the ones that were just like.
Okay.
Ken wants to know where does the dirt go. You're gonna find out real soon.
It's pretty cool, isn't it? It's like magic.
Hey, it's raining.
And it is a beautiful day here. The dirt is going to go in the middle. We're going to continue to build up the middle and then cover it all up with sand so you won't see the dirt. You're only going to see sand or whatever decorations we use. All right, so that's all that. Oh, there's more. All right. So we had this one. And then we had ogre ears. And which other one?
Panda.
Let me move the losers. These are 4th through 6th in the Sexiest Man competition. You guys are all not winners today. Just like me. Okay, so we got panda, ogre ears, and the last one is this Echeveria. Right?
David Cantor says, Mom's way or the highway? Dad.
It's the way it goes. That is the way it
Oh,
goes.
looks like Renee's pics have made the cut.
Just gonna move this sand.
And one from Mrs. Whistler. Everybody has a nice contribution.
All right, so everybody wins. Okay, so now we got to figure out how we're going to display these. So now just know, like if I put this in here, it takes up a good chunk of this. You guys okay with this? We could put it off to the side. So I'm going to be careful.
It's also not going to be that tall.
Yeah, I'm going to depot this and make it shorter. You want me to do that to make it easier? So I'll do whatever you guys want, but if we put this in the center. Oh, okay.
So the other winners were the purple or orange tip and the burgundy. Orange tip one.
So everybody's saying, yeah, this would be better as a standalone one.
Yeah.
But we're not going that way. We're going like, we got lots of colors. He didn't even sign up for the Sexiest Man contest. Got kicked out. All right, so we're going orange tip. Not this one. The sedum. This guy right here. Okay, so now we've got a decision to make in how are we going to arrange these. I'm going to clean them up a little bit. So one of the keys to this is we can't let any of this touch the side or we're going to be in trouble.
Yep.
Okay, so we got ogre ears. So I would say we could probably put, let me see here. Let me depot this one. One thing we could do, you guys tell me we could do like a triangle thing and have like panda. Ogre ears. And then this one will be taller, but just for now, just to show everybody what we're working with. Can everybody see this?
Break one of those ones apart.
Is that what we're wanting to do? I'll do whatever. But we got right now we've got, I mean, it's full. It looks pretty from above. I just don't know how to show you guys without messing this up. Let me try to tilt it a little bit. Does that help?
Here.
Oh, shoot.
Don't mess up the sand.
All right, can't do that. So this is what we got right now. Do we want to break up the panda? Because this one could be broken. This could be smaller. But if you're worried about it touching the sides, I wouldn't worry about that. I'll do whatever you guys want. So while you guys are deciding, I'm going to pull these back out and clean up a little bit of the mess that I made. Put it back together, make sure I've got the sand exactly where I want it, because I screwed this up on this side. Yeah, this is
Next time I'll wear a mic, guys, because I know I'm just yelling in the background.
You missed the parking spot. Why didn't you park right there?
Hey, that's not cool. How about keep that, but add a trailing piece? Well, but they're gonna sit lower than you showed them. I think you're misleading.
No, they're going to be right there.
They're gonna be at the top.
How would they not be? They have to be planted here. You want to make them smaller?
Sure, you do what you want to do. I would have just done this differently. It's fine. I'd love to do a terrarium contest next time. We're
No.
just very different.
No more competing.
Very different in our art opinions.
Okay, so.
Do your thing, because it's gonna look pretty coming out the top. I just would have done it differently.
Well, the pot would have had to been smaller.
Can you add a fairy house? Yes, we can. We like little fairy terrariums. This is different than what we did before.
You could add whatever you want.
Yep.
Okay, we're just gonna leave this.
They're waiting to see your vision.
Well, this is their vision.
This is their vision. They're just the options that you're giving them.
Well, this is all we got, so we're using what we got. I'm making sure that all these are the same height now, so I'm not tearing the roots necessarily, I'm just pulling off the soil.
You're of people, if you thinking people are mind readers, because you must not be explaining.
Okay, I've got these 3 in here.
With the sample. You don't have a sample, guys. That's what we're making.
This is the sample. There is a sample on the what do you call it?
Another YouTube of us making.
Okay, so what's the next color? This is what we got right now.
Does it have to be a color? It can't be natural?
It could be natural. You mean sand?
Do you guys want it to be sand or do you want it to be natural? I would have voted dirt, but that's just This is what she's never seen something like this before, so this is very different. So they don't know what to expect.
Let me clean up this mess real quick. This is how we do over here. Different things. So this is more like an art. It's a living art. So we're going to need one more around the edge. Some other, it could be regular sand. It would look good, but it's up to you guys. Whatever you guys want. One other color before I fill in the rest with. I'm going to fill in the rest with. How fun. We doing regular sand? Do it Crystal once. Okay, we're doing what Crystal wants. Huh? Got plenty of time. Yep, we're almost done here. Okay, let me get the regular sand here. We are finishing up. Okay, so one of the things is sand. We don't have the others. Like regular dirt? Are you guys okay with this? Well, what do they want? Okay, so we've got like sand. or we can do potting soil, so it'll be natural on top. If we do the sand, then we can pour this in and then do some designs in here.
Okay, no, they want sand. All right.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna do the sand. One of the Okay, we do have we only have we do have white rocks we could do, because we could do sand and then white rocks. And then yeah, so we could do, I guess, options. You want to do white rocks, sand? Which one we want? And then I'm gonna figure out how to get it over there. I'm gonna use this paper. Just gonna use a regular piece of paper and I'm gonna roll it up like a funnel.
White rock. Won't go for white rock. You're getting decision fatigue.
That's how these roll here.
Okay, white rocks is now. White rocks. Okay.
So white rocks around the top here. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little sand, but I'm going to put it on the interior so that the white rock is only on the outside. Do we want to throw some lines in this before I do this? You want to keep it just the way it is? Because we could do swirl. We could do swirl art. I'm looking over here because you're the moderator. So before we do that, we're going to get one last decision, and then we'll carry it through the rest of the way. Yeah,
No line.
Okay, good enough for me. I am going to take this paper. I'm going to use this as a funnel.
If you could pull off swirl art, I'd go for that, but I don't think.
I guess we have no confidence in me here.
You can try.
It's all right.
Or you can show them what one line looks like.
Nope.
They don't know.
We're moving on past that. Maybe I'll practice my swirl art in my free time for next time.
It's hard for me.
Piece of cake. All right, so I'm going to try to keep this guy upright like this, and I'm going to put this here. I'm going to angle this in. Come on. So I'm going to use, yeah, that was my joke. Thanks for getting it. Plenty of free time over here. So the reason I'm putting the sand is it's going to hold the rocks away from the dirt, and it's going to be a good buffer because it's nice and dense. And then the middle will be soil. And these plants can grow in sand technically, but not long term. They would need some nutrients, just a little bit. So I'm just going around each of these, filling in, just using a piece of paper as a funnel. If you're like super bougie, you could have like an actual funnel, but I prefer like, hey, let's just use what we have and make this work.
Tell them about the crazy quest.
The crazy quest. That was fun. So there was another game. It was the last night. It was a group game, so you get into teams. They called it the Crazy Quest. And there was like different things that they made everybody do or find. And Crystal did the splits. We got some points with that. And the other thing that she was referring to, so some of this was not necessarily PG. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't PG.
You're being called out. A funnel is not PG. They're like $1.
Well, this was free-ish. I guess we did buy it. Ouch. Well, there are like actual sand art funnels, and I imagine they're not $1. I don't have those things. Okay, so what I want to do now is see these areas where I've got a little bit of the sand there. I don't want to keep that there. So I'm going to pull that back. And what I'm going to use is the nozzle from my air gun. I'm just going to try to do my best to pull that back a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to be successful. It's only this side. So you could, yeah, it should blend. This is pretty close. I'm just trying to pull it up. No, it's got to be perfect. It's dinner time over here. So we were on the cruise eating like 6 times a day, and now we're back to normal. So the stomach is waiting to get fed, like in between meals. Anybody that's been on a cruise will, I guess, know how that goes. All right, so now I'm going to put the white rock. Okay, and put the sand back. Just going to keep using this because this is a flexible cup. This is the Cane's Sand Art cup. Very nice. All right, and I'll probably need to use my funnel again. Just trying to get, I only want to do the edge. Okay. Oh, spin it. Move this guy out of the way, and oh, shoot. We like ogre ears. Fun plant. Is that your favorite plant, Crystal? Yeah. Didn't you like these plants? Yeah. So another game that they had that we did not win, and good thing, because boy, I'd have been in trouble from that one. They played the married game on the boat, and we didn't make the cut there. We didn't kiss good enough, I guess. But the married game, you know, it was like they had a newlyweds, and then they had a couple that was supposed to be like middle. Oh, that's what not to do. Shoot. I got to pay attention here. Hold on. Get my tongue out and really concentrate. So they had a newlyweds, and then the middle couple, but the middle couple, they were like in their 60s, but they'd only been married like a year. I don't think they knew when they picked them. They were funny. They were cute. And then there was an older couple, and the older couple had been, well, they had been married 35 years. And then they asked, you know, the typical, like, we're going to get the husbands in trouble questions. Like, where was your first date? And when was it? And other questions like that. Yeah, there was definitely some questions that would have been, oh, right here. Just trying to even this out. That would have been a little more than we would have liked to have shared. They're complete strangers. All right, did I get it all? What about right there? Oh, a little more right there. All right, so we're getting close here. Where did I say? Right here? Oh, that's why this guy was in the way. Got my free funnel. Put that in there. Okay. Oh goodness. What's everybody think here? How we looking? So now I think we can probably, yeah, almost be able to tilt it. I got a couple rocks on the panda plant, so I need to get these off of here. Quick, get those down there. Okay, the next step's going to be getting some soil. Pull the rocks away from these. This definitely is going to need some soil around it. This guy, it needs to be upright a little more. Okay, get the rocks away. So we went like ombre. Oh no, because that's not a darker color. Almost. Good choices, guys. We're making art here. Okay, so I do need to get a little bit of soil on the top. Yeah? Gonna use my... We're all okay with what we got so far? Everybody's good? Okay, so I'm gonna use the funnel again.
Renee, follow, like, share.
Thanks, Renee.
Great.
We're finishing up here. If you haven't already, feel free to like this live, share it with your friends, and if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel, Plant Bar, so that you can know when we're going live again, and we can catch you on the next time. We go live every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific, and I don't know. I guess that's all I got to say. You can do the math from there. 7 p.m. Pacific, and oh goodness. So I'm really trying to not get dirt.
Are we at 8 p.m.
Oh
Pacific
shoot.
now?
Oh, it might be 8.
8 p.m. Pacific.
Thank you. Okay, so we go live every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Oh yeah, because they just did the thing. We don't do that thing here. 8 p.m. Pacific. We haven't lived in a place that required that. 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time every Tuesday. And then we also, do different recorded videos and things like that. The lives are usually always interactive, and, all my mistakes, whatever happens. There's no editing, no fixing anything. So it's a lot more difficult on this side of the camera. It's easy to be on the other side. So we'll try to make it fun, enjoyable for you. You can heckle me a little bit, give me a hard time, whatever. Okay, so I'm trying to really, really hard to not get the soil to get on the outside. And then the last part of this is I'm going to pinch the soil in, and then we probably should put some moss or some other stones or something over the soil, would be my opinion. Oh, opa. This is the hardest part. Oh, and I got some dirt in there. Oh, darn it. Okay. I tried really hard. This is the hardest part, like I said. So I'm going to pinch, get all this soil in here. Cover it up. Anywhere that it touched the side, I'm going to use canned air. And I'm going to get it corrected that way. Oh, I'm going to need a little more soil here. There we go. That worked out pretty good, actually. Okay. All right, you can see little bits there. I've got to fix that. So canned air, and I'm going to blow the dirt out of there. So all I'm worried about is just making sure that it's not on the edge. I'm a donkey on the edge. I couldn't finish that either. How's that go? Donkey on edge. Oh, hey, I got that one. Look at that. Oh, ouch. Pinch the backside of this. So if you haven't ever built one of these and you want to, you can feel free to follow this back. We've got some other ones that we did before too. That one is an edited video, but you can follow this back, see how to make it. And there we go. Got all that. Maybe a little more white rock to clean up the edges. I'm just going to do this quickly, just trying to clean up the edge so the soil is kind of even in the middle. Looks a little uniform. Kane's cup is working fantastically. Yeah, in the middle. Okay, a little more of this. Tomato. I wanted it to be clean, so it looks fake, right? If you do it this way, then now it's like, oh, are these plants even real? Okay, so we've got that far. Here's where we're at. I would like to put some stuff in between the, like in these pockets real quick. What do you think, Crystal? Some natural stone or wood or moss? Huh? Oh, I know what time it is. 6:18. We are finishing up. No, but now we really are. All right, so what I'm going to do is just put a little bit of natural stone in there to kind of like balance it out. So it's regular colored stone in these pockets. This is the fun part for me anyways. You get to decorate your stuff. Usually I'll take a little more time and really, really try to get this to be exactly the way I want it, but right there. Oh, in here. Yeah, I'm getting it off of there. Sorry, guys. Sorry for that too. That probably didn't sound very good. I have a towel, but I don't think we should do that. Okay, I'm just going to finish this up. So those of you over on the East Coast or on the West Coast, if you wake up early, you can get to bed soon. Just do this here. As far as care goes for this, no, not the partiers. They're watching it back tomorrow. Care will be, these things need to be, if you have it inside, you're going to water only when it dries all the way out, which usually is not going to be very often, maybe like once every 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And then it'd be best to water with a very small, they sell those little ones with the nozzle on them. I don't know what you call it. That or like a small spray bottle. You only want a little bit of water because remember that soil is only right there. These plants don't require a lot of water. And you don't want to fill the base of this up with water. Like if you were to dump a couple cups of water, it's going straight through those holes and it's going to be in the, whoops. I think what I'd like to do here is one more little thing. Okay, Crystal's gonna do that for me here. I'm gonna make this so it's not perfectly centered. I'm gonna put one up in here, pull this out a little bit here. Go in here. And then what I want to do is let me add here. A couple more here. I'm going to put a little bit, I'm going to do one more little accent right there of knot rock. And then we're done. We're going to call this done. Appreciate all of your guys' chat and input and helping make this arrangement here. How's that look?
Yeah, that's better. Get rid of that white stuff.
Here we go, and then we're going to get rid of the white film that I put on there from the rocks. So you could, I could have missed it. Let's try this and see what happens.
Careful.
Going into the danger zone now. It's like when you make something worse than it already is. That could happen. But I'll give it a go.
Oh, that's looking like a million times better.
Well, I'm cleaning it off with my hands, but
We're signing off now. Good night. It's fantastic.
Well, thank you all for your help, and
we'll post a picture.
Oh, we'll let this water over, and we'll post a picture of a close-up of this guy. Well, I just missed this pot out here, but that's going to do it for now. Thank you guys for watching. Again, if you didn't already, click the like button on this video. It helps us out. Subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time. I'm David with the Plant Bar. Bye-bye. Done? No. Okay, still smiling. Yay! Yay! Woo!